Welcome back. Today's video is to help out one of my viewers. Now, he needs to do the thread cutting and he doesn't have a DTI. Now, DTI, if you don't know what it is a thread hole indicator. It's what you use to align the lead screw every time you want to cut a thread. So you usually pick a number underneath your DTI will be the range of numbers that you can select to do your thread cutting. Now, if you're familiar with lathes, you already know this. If you're new to machining, this is a function of your TDI. Now, in this case, he doesn't have the TDI, and he's asked me if it's possible to cut threads and disengage the lead screw and realign the lead screw without using a TDI. Now, I initially thought, no, it's not possible, but I thought it over and I came up with a solution. And it's very simple. And there's three things that you need. The one is a carriage stop. Other is a permanent marker or a Sharpie. And a lot of patience is the third thing. But yeah, I'll show you how it's done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove my TDI so that I'll sit in the same boat as the viewer does. You can see underneath is your table. It shows you on which numbers you can do what kinds of thread cutting. Okay, so my TDI is removed, and on this side I've prepared a piece of aluminium tube. That's going to be the tube that I'm going to cut my threads on. I'm going to go for a 0.8mm thread because I was a bit lazy. I didn't want to change two gears on a lathe, so I've only changed one. And 0.8 is the coarsest that I can go, but that will also be a good indication as to how well the alignment is. Okay, so what I need to do is to blue it up so that you can see what happens on the part. Okay, while that is drying, you can get to the rest of the business. Okay, so to be practical, choose a comfortable distance from the workpiece, because in this case you're going to switch off your machine every time. So when you switch it on, you must at least give yourself enough time to get to your controls. Now, what you're going to do now is to lock your table on the lead screw. Once the table is locked, just bring your carriage stop up to the carriage, and then you lock your carriage in place. But before I do that, first things first is to pick a bolt on your chuck that's facing you. What you're going to do now is just make yourself a pin mark there. Doesn't have to be 200% accurate. Just want to get it in the ballpark, because when you lock your lead screw, it's gonna self-align. Okay, now I can lock the carriage or carriage stop. And you want to put your carriage stop on the tailstock end of it if you're going to cut towards the chuck. If you're cutting away from the chuck, obviously it's going to be on the opposite end of the table. So you always put your stop on the side where your table is going to move away from. So alright, now I'm going to start up the machine, so it's immediately going to start running. Disengage the lead screw, take the table out, and move back up to the carriage stop. And just switch off the machine. As you can see, there is your bolt and your mark there. Bring it up. Everything should be aligned if you flick in. This is something to note, that when you bring your chuck around and your lead screw doesn't engage, then it means that you have to do another rotation, and you repeat this process until your lead screw engages. If your lead screw engages, it means that your timing of your lead screw and the machine, your thread and everything will be aligned. Chuck. Now you can move your table back in. Take point 2. Take the second cut. As you can see, the threads is perfect alignment. So if you don't have a TDI, it's not the end of the world, you can still cut your threads. So I hope that was helpful. Until next time, enjoy.